Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Friday morning's live stroll. And it's Friday, yay! So, hopefully for everybody, this is the end of the working week, the school week. So, as of whatever time you finish later, a nice couple of days decompressing before the Monday morning blues start again. Now, this morning it is 9.6 degrees. It feels it feels actually a bit chillier than it has when it's been cold, actually. Whether we just got a little bit of a cooler wind, I don't know, but it's all right. I'm still only out in trackies, hoodie, gilet, and my cap, so it's not that bad, really. The weekend is supposed to be all right, so I've been told. We'll wait and see on that. Um, Obviously, now the football season is completely finished, so we've now got 3 months. Yeah, 3 months of non-Saturday football activity before it all starts again beginning in September. So, well, 3.5 months, isn't it, actually? So, yeah, you do think to yourself, oh, I'm looking forward to sort of getting my football weekends back. And it's right, you do, because you all of a sudden, if you want to go away for the weekend or something like that, all of a sudden you can just say, yeah, I'm going to do it. But other than that, you sometimes think, what am I actually going to do with my weekends? It's quite funny. It really is. So, as far as I'm concerned, the normal routine for me will be obviously going with mum tomorrow's the hairdresser. I am going to the barbers myself tomorrow as well. I need a haircut, guys. So I'm going to be doing that. But apart from that, plans a bit sketchy, which is the sort of weekend I like, actually. No real plans. Go with the flow. What about everyone else? What's everyone else's plans for the weekend? What time is it where you are? Or if you want to tell me where you're watching from, I will try and guess the time. I can't always promise I'll get it right, but I'll give it a good go. If you're new here, Azra is leading the way. She is the rescue dog and the star of the show. And quite frankly, she steals the show most days. She's a good girl most of the time. Aren't you, Azra? Yes. A brief look back. So we're going to be going over the fields this morning, guys. Again, hopefully some of you will be returning viewers, so you'll know. But if you're not, we sort of wind our way through the residential bits before we work our way up to the fields. And then it's sort of we're over the field for probably half this stroll. It's lovely to see some wildlife if there's any out. Ducks, geese, rabbits, deer. It's a lovely stroll. No, I missed it during the winter months. Only able to do it probably once a week, which is on a Sunday. So of course, in June we will of course hit the longest day already, which seems ridiculous really when you think we've only had the light really since the beginning of May. But we will have it until the end of October, so we've got a long way to go yet. I haven't really got any updates from the point of view of the last few days, really. It's just been Well, we had our football presentation. Yeah, we had the football presentation on Wednesday night, so that I wouldn't have spoken to anyone since then, and that all went all right. Um, no Ultra James this time, which is fine. I always say it's fine. As a parent, you always want to get something, but I think he's been very lucky over the years. He's received a lot of sort of trophies and stuff, and he's one of those players that I think he just silently gets on with what he does, sort of very quietly but effectively, and I think people sort of acknowledge that. But he's not one of the loudest. Yes, but I said to him, you need to sort of get a bit louder and be more vocal on the pitch. Anyway, we've got one more season before they then can go up to the adult leagues, and then he can decide what he wants to do after that. I'm not sure he'll continue after that. Really, that's up to him, isn't it? Really, but he's quite a small 15-year-old. If you've seen it from any of our vlogs, so but he'll want to go into the adult leagues. Over here. Come on, come on. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm so glad we've got in front of that situation rather than behind it. I really am, guys. If you've been with me before, I'm sure you've been in close proximity to dogs. Keep going. You're in a right pain. I don't know if you heard that, guys. That bird was going, do it, do it, do it. We don't need that sort of attention this morning. Come on, Azra. Good girl. He's sort of behind me a little bit, so I'm just having to. You going to the loo here? Funny place for you to go. Right, onwards. Excuse me. So again, if you've been with me, you'll know where we are. We're coming over towards where the fields are now. Hi to Sarah. Sorry, I didn't see that come through there. Apologies. Hopefully you're still with us. No one wanted to play the geography game this morning. That was a shame. Go on, Azra. Lead on. Lead on. Good girl. Simple game. Tell me where you're watching from. I guess what time it is. Or try to. Unless you're in the UK, golf, which is sort of going to be fairly straightforward. Because we do have a lot of international viewers, which is nice. Hi to little Ralphie. Well, I know you're not going to play the geography game because I know what time zone you're in. That's no fact. That's no fun. Thank you. Right, Azra, we're just going to need to use this bin over here. This is a little secret hidden one, guys, this one. Not many people know about it because the bush sort of overgrows it. Uh, as I've said to you many times before, sign, sign of a good dog walker is knowing where the bins are. We don't often come over this side, really. So she's got lots more to sniff. Come on. Look at these amazing facilities. These are the training facilities for the football during the darker months of the year. Lovely 4G pitch. I mean, it is a lovely facility. There's no two ways about that. And they're very lucky to have it. Blue lined football pitches still, because there are still some games going on. Don't believe there can be many more now for some of the teams. Of course, the school do their athletics out here. Had to put my teeth in to get that word out. Jeez. But we're not been very lucky this morning. Can't see any rabbits. I can't see any ducks or geese. All we see are deer. Come on, come on. Don't know this morning. We are a tad, and I mean a tad, later this morning. But not a lot. I mean, what's it? Yeah, we started pretty much as we left home. So yeah, shortly after 5 I came out. So not a lot in it. Yesterday when I came out for my stroll, when I obviously didn't do the live, I don't do the live on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. I came out about quarter to 4, quarter to 5. But I like to keep the time consistent for you guys when I do the live stroll. So hence why I don't do that. And to be fair, I actually woke up with my alarm this morning. That's how tired I was. Woke up with the alarm. As most of you will know, and I said it quite often, I'm usually up about 4:30, which is 15 minutes before my alarm goes off. Anyway, not sure we're going to see much sunrise this morning again, unfortunately. Quite a cloudy morning. It's not thick, heavy cloud like it has been some mornings this week, but it's heavy enough that we're not going to see much sunbeams, I think. Might be wrong. Might surprise me. We have got some rabbits in this field. They're a lot further up, and Neil Skedaddle, it's already gone. He or she had a sixth sense. I'm just so glad though, guys, that I'm still wearing my boots, and I still will probably have to wear my boots even if it starts to warm up and I put the old shorts on, because this grass is still soaked in the mornings and it just ruined trainers, or depending on what trainers I wore. I've got one pair of sort of trainers now that could sort of wear on a dog stroll that I wouldn't mind sort of getting wet. They're also a pair that I'd wear for work as well, so I'm not sure I really want to get them wet. Really. I got rid of the annoying black trainers that squeaked all the way around. Dealt with that. Oh, there are some ducks down here. Well, certainly a male anyway. I can't see the female anyway. Well, he's swimming off, but he's going off down the stream. Whether they're the ones from over at the science park, who knows? Because there were about 3 or 4 over at the science park yesterday, I noticed. Again, wasn't live yesterday, so I can't refer back to it, but I know they were. So we're now heading into the wooded area, or the second one. We came through the small one just back there. Now we're heading downstream through the wooded area. Now, if anyone wants to play the geography game, go on, Azra, lead on. If anyone wants to play the geography game, quite simple. Tell me where you're watching from. I'll try and guess what time it is, as long as you're not in the UK, because the UK is going to be easy, isn't it? We do have a lot of international viewers. Hi to Vic, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. So it's been a bit unlucky this morning with the wildlife. We've seen a rabbit and a duck, and that's so far, of course. Sometimes you have very good mornings where you might see the odd deer over here. We've still got time. Do consider subscribing to the channel as well. We've had another good week. Not quite on the same level as last week. I think we had over 40 subscribers last week. This week we've had, I think, 17. So we're doing really well. And I always said, and I've said it since day one, if you've been with me, I want my average to be about 10. Well, that average over the last few weeks have really gone up. But I'm happy with 10. It's just lovely, guys, listening to the bird song in the morning. I know I've said this before, but there's mum and dad ducks. Azra's getting all excited because she wants to go and see. Oh, that wasn't very nice, Azra. Mean dog. She startled them. You're not going to see them now, are you? You've upset them. I haven't seen many babies this year. And of course, the ones we did see over at Science Park were got by the magpies. So, but I haven't seen many over here. And of course, over here is far more protected than the open over there. So, bit of a worrying trend, but I'm sure they are about. Just haven't seen them. To be fair, when I look back, even to last year, I don't remember thinking to myself, "Oh, I've seen loads." And unless I was walking that particular way around the pond of the science park that particular day, I may not even have seen those. Because shortly after that is when the magpies got them. So yeah, bit of a worrying trend actually. But what can you do? I remember where we used to live. Many years ago. I'm not talking about our first place me and Julia had together, but sort of my first sort of family home. And we've been for a stroll around there in Broxbourne. There used to be loads of ducks with babies and swans with their cygnets, duckling cygnets. There you go. That's what I was looking for, respectively. And we've got the goods train. Is it going to be a long one? Azra's very interesting. Look at this. It's not a long one at all. I reckon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 carriages on the back of that. trucks, whatever you want to say. It's gone, Ezra. I've been stuck at the level crossing when I've counted very easily sort of 30 to 40 on the back of it. They're not carriages, are they? What do they call them? Trucks? They are trucks, aren't they? So this is where we've had lovely sunrises sort of over the last few weeks, but as you can see where it's coming from, but no such luck this morning. She loves it. She actually loves the train. Um, I think she's quite fascinated by things like that. I don't know if she'd want to be much closer than that, actually. Again, looking back to the Broxbourne vlog, when the train went over the bridge right in front of us. She was a bit younger then, and what have you, but she wasn't that impressed. But she wasn't overly bothered either. So, and that rumbles over there, and little Ralphie, aka Julia, will know that bridge, because we both used to live in that general direction, and it is flipping noisy when the trains go over that bridge and another bridge down there as well. So we're coming up to the rickety old bridge. I dread the day it ever becomes a problem, and it actually does become rickety. I don't know whether the council have to do something with it, or whether it's the farmer, or no one's really responsible for it. I don't really know. It is a public path, I think. So I guess that would be the council. Go on, Azra, over you go. But it's been here years. I say years. Well, as long as obviously I've been walking Azra, I'm sure it's beyond that, way beyond that. Didn't have a reason to sort of walk over here before we had the dog. So now coming up to the A10 crossover. Now it feels and sounds very quiet this morning. There's been some mornings this week where we've had a bit of a constant traffic flow, even at this time of day. But it all sounds very quiet. So unless it's an electric car, all quiet. Go on, Azra, lead on. Go on. I always say Fridays of the working week are probably one of the quieter days to go to work. And I say that because, see, post COVID and the pandemic, a lot of people work from home on a Friday. And you used to notice it visually and volume wise. On a Friday. Quite incredible the difference it makes. Whether that's the same everywhere, I don't know. But certainly going into Cambridge, it was definitely the case. So if you have been moving before, you'll know exactly sort of where we're heading now. We are sort of heading now down towards back to the high road, but we'll be going via the fourth and final field, the third and final woodland, through the science park, and then back up. Sounds like we're going to be out for ages. Probably about another 15, 20 minutes tops. So not ages and ages, but it takes us just over 2 miles, this stroll, and there's only 2 now that I can do that actually extend it beyond that. Both are flipping hilly. I might do one at the weekend, depending on what the weather's doing. But the weather again is supposed to be pretty rubbish on Sunday. Tomorrow's supposed to be okay, I think. Haven't looked at the weather actually. Let's see. I have got the other phone with me. So I don't know if you can see that, guys. Tomorrow, just stop. Tomorrow, dry, 14 degrees. But Sunday, wet. We go to Sunday and look at the hours. Look at that. Wet. When we're going to be going out. What joy. We'll be out, guys. As to what stroll we do. You just walk through the puddle, Azra, don't you worry. As to what stroll we do, I don't know. But I thought tomorrow was actually supposed to be warmer than that. I think it's actually next weekend, if you believe it that far in advance. The bank holiday weekend, when we're supposed to have a really, really warm Saturday and Sunday, then a wet Monday. Oh, all 3 horses are out and over there. I'm pleased about that because I haven't seen the small one for ages. Don't know if you can see that on the camera, guys. All 3. 2 big ones in front and the small one over the back. I reckon it was hiding over there. It does blend in quite well over the back there. Azra used to love talking to them when they were close to the fence, but they don't seem to be anymore. And I've got a theory about this, and it comes down to sort of what's going on in the villages at the minute with the local sort of youth being a bit overzealous at the moment and causing a bit of havoc. And I think they keep the horses at least 1 field back from the road in case they come down there, because they have been going down this road towards the back. That's the only real theory I can come up with, actually, because they haven't been in the closer field, well, for as long as I can remember now. And this time last year, they were in it all the time. So, it's the only theory I can come up with, and I thought about that theory, funnily enough, as we were walking across the A10. It's the only theory I can come up with. Anyway, it's a shame, because I actually did enjoy talking to him. Okay. So we are fast approaching the 4th field. Whether we're going to see our miserable friend this morning, I don't know. I've been unlucky enough that I've seen him a couple of times this week. And yesterday, no, it wasn't yesterday, it was Wednesday, wasn't it, when we were out live? Instead of walking around the field like a normal person would do to avoid a situation, he just walked straight, he sort of cut the corner deliberately to sort of come across me. I don't know what's wrong with people. I really don't know what's wrong, but it was actually, we called it live, actually. So you can refer back to that if you want. He's an annoying person. There you go. Clean for YouTube. We just mind our own business, don't we, Azra? Azra? Yeah, exactly. We just mind our own business. Wouldn't be so bad if he actually spoke. But he's a rude person as well, as I've said before. So what I'm saying to you is, if I come into this field from here and he's to my left, I would go right to avoid the situation. But he came into the field at the other end and just came straight for me. Why would you do that? You can go around the whole field. Doesn't matter which way you go, does it? Unreal. Anyway, he's not over here at the minute, so that's positive. But there are lots of rabbits, and this field is always full of them. Look at them. Look at them. Azra's loving it. Oh, for that split second. This pitch looks like it's all been relined, repainted. There must still be matches to go over here. This used to be our old pitch when they were under nines, or not under nines, nine aside. Sorry. We've got some pudgeons up here as well, which, as usual, are dopey. They won't move until Azra's almost jumping on them, probably. One's gone. There's a rabbit over there, just sitting there watching the world go by. Yeah, it's great. I've said it before, guys, I'll say it again. We are very, very lucky living in a village and having some amazing walks, and I love it when we see the wildlife. And that is the beauty of coming out earlier. Some people always say, why'd you come out so early? This is why. A, because I have to, because of commitments. But B, I could come out later. I could do what I do first and then come out around 6. That'd probably be my latest I would come out. But by that time, a lot of the sort of early morning dog walkers, they'd have been out, trampled, scared the wildlife. We wouldn't see any of it. This is bedtime. Go on, Azra, lead on. This was the first little field I actually flew my drone with James. Going back about a year to a year and a half ago. I remember the first flight we did, I just wanted to fly it. And I took it off, and it was a particularly windy day. Probably shouldn't even have used it. Well, we kept it quite low over here, sort of under the tree line. And it was all right. It was good. I've since updated the drone to a better one. But I haven't really looked back. Azra, come on. I haven't really looked back, to be honest with you. Don't use it as much unless we're going anywhere now, to be honest with you. It's one of those, there's only so much you can fly it around here, and you've seen the same stuff and everything else. And I did get an email sort of saying I needed to fly it a bit more hours, which obviously I did, but that just puts that little fire out. I still got my license. I think I renewed it. I mean, that is an important thing if you do have drones. I know a lot of people probably just say, oh, just going to fly it without all the right stuff. Well, that's all right until something goes wrong with the drone and it crashes on someone, and then you've got a problem. You can sometimes say, well, if it's not got the identity tag on it, they'll never know who it belongs to. Quite right. But from an insurance point of view, if they ever did find you, you'd have a problem. So be a responsible drone flyer. That's all I'm going to say. Go on, Azra, lead on. Azra, lead on, come on. And behind me, you probably can't hear that, guys, but there's a slow train just pulling into the train station. And you can always hear when they're winding down and winding up. And the wind must be in the right direction this morning. Azra, lead on, come on. It's for us to hear that. Azra, come on, let's lead on. She's very fidgety this morning. I think she's going to want to go to the loo again, guys. I get that feeling from the way she's labouring. There's nothing behind us, Azra. Just lead on. She's here, guys. Right, come on, lead on. I don't know what's happened to this person's wall here. Look at that. How strange. It's all pink. Uh, hmm. Don't know what's happened there. Azra, come on. Very, very odd, that. I didn't want to curtail our stroll, so I didn't really want to go any closer, but maybe over the weekend I'll have a look at that. Come on, Azra. Yes. How did I guess? I know your routine and I know your body language, don't I? Yeah, that was what was about to happen. Right, lead on, Azra, come on. And then all of a sudden, she's just all happy again. Walks through the puddle. I think she thinks she's Peppa Pig. Muddy puddles. Yeah, let's go for it. Definitely got the wind blowing up from over the fields this morning because I can hear the trains, and you never hear the trains normally here. Sometimes you can hear them at home, again, when the wind's in the right direction. But I think you only hear it when it was quiet like this, because once sort of cars start rumbling around and life, um, that's sort of, and you wouldn't hear it, obviously. I remember at our old house I was talking to you about in Broxbourne, if the wind was in the right direction, you could hear the station tannoy. You knew exactly what train was coming and where it was going. Quite incredible. And we were at least, as the crow flew, a mile away. Quite incredible what wind will do with sound. I'm no scientist, so can't be technical with you, and I don't think this channel's really geared up for that, to be honest with you. Come on, Azra, good girl. So we are getting towards the end now, guys, of the live stroll this morning. There's been people phasing in and out this morning. It's not been a massively busy morning this morning. There's been a bit of chat, which has been nice. Obviously, we'll be out probably around 5:30, I reckon, tomorrow. Between 5:30 and 6, we'll say that. It won't be any later than 6 because I need to get back to go out, and as I said, do my normal chores. So, and then Sunday, we'll just see what the weather's doing. I think in regards to exactly what time we go out, we'll definitely be out. But I always sort of try and maybe go out a little bit later, sort of, again, a big window, I know, but between 6 and 7. But if it's absolutely pouring at 6, I'll leave it a little bit. But if it's not, I'll just go for it. There's the ducks coming into land over there. There's 4 of them. But they're right over the back. You won't see them, unfortunately, but I saw them coming in. Oh, they're coming back this way now. There they go, across us. You can hear them. There were, yeah, 4 of them. There is a big, big pond here to my right, which is where I saw those ducklings. that time. Lead on, Azra. Go on. Yeah, still flying around. They're probably over near to where our house is now, to be fair, where they're flying at the minute. And there's just a lone pigeon sitting in the road. We all know how daft pigeons can be. Almost crash into them before they move at times. Sometimes you can't avoid it, can you, really? That's why you see, unfortunately, dead pigeons, because they leave it. Oh, here's our duck friends. Well landed. Synchronised landing. Well done, guys. I think they just went for a little bit of an exercise fly, and then they're back. There's definitely two adults and a female. I can't see what the other one is from here. Right, we need to cross over, Azra, because we need to get rid of your bag. Always got to make sure I've got a roll of bags now, guys. And I know this sounds all very gross, but she's going more than once now. Again, which she didn't for ages and ages and ages. I could set my watch when she would go, and that would be it. Now we've gone back to 2. Come on, Azra. Good girl. So we've got another couple of minutes, guys. When we get to the road up here, we'll be ending the live stroll for today. We will be back tomorrow and Sunday and Monday. Tuesdays and Thursdays only off. No rest for the wicked. I did really well though on Tuesday of this week with material. I'm actually for material now into May, so I'm well pleased with that. I might even just have a complete rest from material next week. It depends. It's always good to have stuff to put on, so I might just do a little bit, not like I did on Tuesday, because honestly, I got loads of material on Tuesday. It was fantastic. Right, ladies and gentlemen, been a pleasure. As always, have a great Friday. We will reconvene tomorrow, as I said to you, between 6 and half 6 tomorrow. Have a good Friday, or should I say Friday? There's Azra.